Good morning and welcome to Posy Adventures up in the Brisbane Ranges on this beautiful Sunday morning. Today I've managed to get hold of an Autophix 9150 Ford dedicated professional scan tool from my friend Trevor Ryan. He runs the business Autophix Australia. And these units, they retail at $329 each, and they give you a bit more ability on the Ford vehicles than you would get from a standard Obd2 scanner. But these are also a standard Obd2 scanner, so if you have more than one vehicle, one of them happens to be a Ford, this will do both vehicles no problem, but it will give you more options and read more modules on the Ford vehicle. Now I've got a Ford Ranger 2019. Probably not the best vehicle to demo the tool on, just purely because there are some functions that the tool's capable of that the car just simply doesn't have. However, with the new models of Rangers coming out, there's a good chance that that they will feature some of these features. So if you're buying a new one, good chance you'll need them. And also if you've got other maybe sedan vehicles with electronic handbrakes, this tool's the one for you. Anyway, let's get it unboxed. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so as you see up the top there, it says Ford and Obd2 scanner. So obviously this is not just for Fords, this is an Obd2 as well. What does it say it can do? Well, on here it's got service reset function, so if your vehicle has service lights that come up, you can reset the servicing for it. The Ranger does have a service reset function on it, but it can also be done from the dashboard. Epb Reset, which is electronic parking brake, so if you have an electronic handbrake, this will be able to de-adjust it, enabling you to change the brake pads yourself and readjust the handbrake. And DPF function, so that enables you to do a DPF burn and a regen on your DPF, which is quite important if you have one of those. Sometimes the type of use that people use their vehicles for, the DPF never actually gets to the stage of burning, which can lead to it getting blocked, and a DPF regen will cure that problem for you. And their contact number, just in case you're looking to order one of these for yourself. The guy that you need to speak to is Trevor Ryan. He's the owner of the company, and he also owns Dirt Road 4x4. Check them out. Okay, let's get this thing unboxed and see what it looks like. Okay, so inside the box you get this rather neat looking hard case to protect the unit. Zips up, and inside we've got a few things. We've got a USB lead there. This is to update it. And inside is the scan tool itself. User manual in there as well. Okay, so you have your standard Obd2 socket that any car from about 2001 onwards will have this socket. The position, so on the Ford Ranger, you remove this panel which sits just below the lighting switch, and this just pops off, and then at the bottom is your Obd2 socket. So all we need to do, it is directional, it'll only go one way around, is plug it in, and I'll try and get this without too much glare on the screen. Okay, so with the unit powered up, the first thing you see there is Obd2 up at the top left hand corner. That would be to enable you to scan a Obd2 compliant vehicle, so any vehicle other than Ford. It will also scan Ford, but it will only give you the basic functions, the same functions that you would see with the previous scan tool that I tested, which was the 9000. So going across from there, obviously the controls are, as it goes across, there's quite a nice beep that enables you to know that you've pushed the button and something's happened. So the next one is the scan for Ford. Now this is the dedicated professional scan mode for Ford vehicles. Across again, oil reset. So these are the vehicles that have the oil counter, the percentage of oil when the oil change is due. This enables you to reset them on Ford vehicles. Below that, BMS Reset. That's Battery Management System Reset. So this is you would need when you reset the battery or put a new battery on the vehicle if the vehicle has stop start. Okay, this tells the power control module that the battery has been replaced. It changes the way in which the battery is charged for a new battery. Battery monitor, so this enables you to test the battery. Epb Reset is electronic parking brake reset, enables you to wind back the calipers, replace the pads, and obviously readjust the handbrake. So that would only be valid for vehicles with disc brakes and not drum brakes. Currently the Ranger does have drum brakes on the rear, so there is a manual parking brake on these vehicles. However, I believe the new Ranger may well have discs all round, in which case it will most likely have an electronic parking brake, and that will be useful to me when that happens. You will not be able to change the brakes yourself without this. ETC Reset, that would be, let's just see what that is. Ranger. Okay, not supported, so that's not supported on the Ranger anyway. Not too sure what ETC, I guess it could be electronic throttle control reset. Not 100% sure. If you know what that one is, drop me a comment at the bottom just to let me know. And then the tool setup, that just basically changes the language, turns on and off the beeper, just changes the general look of the way the tool looks. Okay. So let's go into the Ford function. We should have the ignition on the vehicle. There we go. The ignition is on. Right. Okay. So we're into the Ford function. So identify the vehicle. So you can either manually select or identify the vehicle. Some of the later vehicles, it will all be in the ECU. So this will tell you what vehicle you're driving. Let's have a look. So it's given us two selections, either a Ranger or a Troller. It's a Ranger. And there it says, Ranger 3.2 litre, type Duratorque turbo diesel common rail injection, model year 2015 MY. The PCM power control module part number is on there as well. Okay, so we can do a system scan. So this is scanning everything. Now that's, strangely enough, there are two reds that have come up on there. So we'll have a look and see what they actually are and see if we can clear them. A good possibility that the reason that those have come up red, I've recently changed this back to standard size wheels and tyres, and I've recently reprogrammed the speedometer to accommodate that so it reads correct. Let's see what that one is. Read fault codes. Okay, so that's U3000 control module. Let's erase it. Okay. So it says that it's been successful. Please wait 10 seconds, turn the ignition off and switch on and read the fault codes again to verify. So there's an audio one and a body control module one there. So let's just turn this off and turn this on. We'll go with the audio control module fault to see what that is. Read. There's no fault codes. Okay, so we'll just erase them anyway. Okay. Okay. And then body control module, let's have a look at that one. Read fault codes. Front right door, external antenna. Well, I've never seen that before. Escape that. Let's erase it. Okay, that might have been because when I powered this up, the right hand front door was open. Okay, let's just power her off. And back on. Let's do a system scan and see whether we get any. Well, so far so good. We've still got body control module. Now there is no engine management light on this vehicle, so it's not actually that the dashboard is showing any type of fault. So we've got the body control module again highlighted in red. I'm just going to check, let's just read what that is. Front right door external antenna, which, let's just try closing the door again. Let's try erasing it. Okay, communicating. Wait 10 seconds. Power back on. No, that's obviously not a problem there, but it's not going to clear. Okay, so let's have a look into special functions. So obviously ABS service bleed, there's an interesting one. If you're bleeding the brakes, changing the fluid, that enables you to bleed out the ABS system, which is handy. Bms Reset, again, that's battery management system, enables you to reset and enter the code for the new battery. You can clear the transmission adaptive tables. Fuel injection correction factors. Manual oil reset. Reset the diesel particulate filter. And reset the exhaust gas recirculation. That's the valve. Reset fuel injector learned values. Reset the intake air throttle valve learned values. Reset the diesel particulate filter. And there's a regen there, look, diesel particulate filter static regeneration, which enables you to clean out the DPF filter. And TPMS reset, so that's tyre pressure monitoring system. So it does give you a lot more functions than you would get from a standard Obd2 reader. Well, there it is, $329 for quite a powerful tool. And obviously this is going to go across multiple vehicles and multiple Fords. Certainly probably the best scanner in that price range if you own a Ford. You know, that's a reasonable price for a tool with this sort of power. Pros to it, it's a neat unit. It's got a rubber padding all the way around the outside. It's nice and neat. It's clear and easy to read. I don't have my glasses on, which is why I'm struggling to read it, to be fair, but I don't have my glasses on currently. But it is clear enough to read. I can read this without my glasses. It's a neat, tidy unit. Comes in a small bag, can be kept in a glove box. You know, it's a good all-rounder. Cons to it, the only con I can think of, the only thing I would like to see, and it's not really a criticism as such, but it would be nice, is a slightly longer cable. The cable is long enough to sit in the driver's seat and hold it. It is long enough for that. But if you wanted to use it to get live readings while you're driving, it's probably a little bit short. It probably wants to be half this again, so that you could put the scanner on the passenger seat. So that's the only con that I can think of. Certainly not a deal breaker. It's a very good unit and certainly does a reasonable amount of work. So there you have it. This is the Autophix 9150 dedicated Ford scan tool. $329. It gives you a reasonable amount of power, and I'll be honest with you, this will sort most problems out that you might run into, and certainly gives you a lot of coverage. So if you own a Ford Ranger and you're into four-wheel driving, probably you should have one of these in a glove box, because could save you a lot of heartache. Anyway, Thanks for joining me on the channel today. Hopefully it's been of some value to you guys. This may have opened your eyes as to what's available out there. I've got to thank Trevor Ryan for letting me borrow this unit and do a review on it. But yeah, overall, and this is from a mechanic's point of view, it's a good, powerful, all-round unit. Anyway, catch you on the tracks, catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.